corpse husband mask, and this is how I did it. I started by creating a little document with an idea on how to do it. The plan was simple: a face mask, a butterfly mask, and then use some wire and papier-mâché to create an ear and details on the mask. Throw some paint over that and a light behind the right eye, and voila! A corpse husband mask. Pause that. Future me here. It is possible to get a glowing eye, and I was very close to getting it done, but sadly it fell through. So at the moment the mask goes without a glowing eye. But back to old me. Then I took a photo of me and drew on the details. I later used this as a reference when I drew on the actual mask. Then I made the skeleton ear, and this is how it looks with the mask and skeleton ear on me, because I look great. Next step was to put it all together. I used some all-in-one glue on the butterfly mask and just started dabbing it on. I kept it on my face so I could make sure it stuck where it was supposed to. I also used a really old and sad brush. Make sure to not use a good brush, because using glue on brushes kinda ruins them. The left side has less support, so to make it more stiff, I took some more wire and just taped it in place. Then I started cutting up the face mask to match corpse's mask. I started tearing some paper. Oh, so much paper. I mean, not really. I think I tore apart 1 or 2 newspaper spreads, but it felt like a lot, okay? Then I made some glue for the papier-mâché. I've seen a lot of different formulas, but the gist is get some water, get some glue, mix it together until the consistency feels right. Something around 50-50, but I really just shot by the hip. Some water, and then I just added glue until it felt good. Then one of the bigger parts, sculpting the mask. The ear and forehead was surprisingly easy. Just wrap the strips around the wire and it fits into place. The teeth, however, were very tricky. I sculpted them by making small triangles and added until they looked like teeth. And then I added them to the mask. It took some tries. They did not want to stick. Then I put a layer over the whole thing, securing the teeth and making sure the whole thing had the same texture. It's a bit rough, but it works in favor for this mask. And it is possible to make it smoother if you want. Either you're more careful when applying the papier-mâché, or you can go in with the sandpaper after it has hardened to smooth out any edges. Also, the glue stuck to my fingers a lot, and there's a lot of me just trying to get the glue off my fingers. It's a mess. So much glue. Help. Anyway, this was painfully slow to do, but I really enjoyed it. It took forever and it was really hard to get between the teeth, but with the help of some wire and a lot of patience, it turned out pretty good. then painting! Starting with the teeth, I used some white, yellow and black, mixed it together and then put a black outline around the teeth. And then the base color for the mask. I had 2 different hues of purple, some blue, black and white. A lot of mixing later. I tried to make a hue as close as possible to Corpse Husband's mask on the pictures. I had to try a few times to get it just right, but when I got the right color, I just added it on the whole thing, covering it as much as possible. We can also see here that I had 2 different tries and none of them felt right, so I just made a new color. Try! See what fits! Try different things. If you're not happy with the hue, try a different hue. Just add some other on. It's fine. It's okay to make mistakes. I made a lot of them. Don't worry. Mwah! This is the first base layer with the flat colors on. Then I spent another day painting on the details, adding shadows and highlights and nuances so it looked a bit more natural, or as natural as a mask with teeth and a bunny ear in purple can look. Very natural. So what happened with the eye lights? You can order lights that goes in front of the eye. They're made for cosplayers, mostly for helmets with glowing eyes. I ordered a pair and after 2 months it arrived, but sadly it stopped working after a day. My dad tried to help and we figured out that one of the wires were loose. He resoldered it, but it still won't work. So for now I'm going to go without the fancy eye. So this is the finished product. It's been super fun to work on and I'm very happy with the outcome, even if it stings a bit that the highlight didn't work. It still looks pretty cool without the highlight. So that was it. Bye.